Okie dokie. I'm here. I guess if you get on, whenever someone gets on, let me know if you can see me and hear me. Looks like I have everything set up a-okay tonight. Tonight is Wednesday, my weekly live. I'm Jill Blanchette, and I'm a sad monkey tonight. I'll try and condense my story down. It's kind of why I'm on early. I'm just really bummed. Back when I was a wee little girl, like 12 years old, somewhere in there, my dad helped me refinish an old antique, like steamer trunk thing. Way back before the internet, you had to scour magazines to find addresses for places to get the straps and replace the key that went in the lock and all of that. And we got that all done. Mom helped me put fabric on the inside, and then my quest began for filling my little hope chest. So I had my first Tupperware party. Might have ever been the youngest Tupperware hostess yet, but I had a great show. You know, of course, everybody wants to buy for the little kid. I bought myself the green, it was probably called celery green or something back in the day. Mixed bowl. It was like yay tall, maybe. I don't know, like 13 cups maybe it would hold. I don't know, but it was not as big as the great big one now that I use for my popcorn bowl now. So long story tonight. I'm packing to go away. I just wanted a little something to nosh on. So my son got me this sampler thing of popcorn for Christmas. So I said, let's make one of those bags of popcorn. Mike said, I'm having lima beans. So he proceeded to boil himself up a bag of lima beans. I got all my stuff on the counter for the food that I'm taking, my snacks, my stuff for my yogurt, blah, blah. That's where I always set my popcorn bowl. Well, my Tupperware from when I was 12 is if Mike's sharing popcorn, I put it in there for him, or if I'm just having a little bit of popcorn. So I couldn't set it in my usual spots. Dang it. So guess what happened? Hey, Vesta. Hey, Dawn. Guess what happens, you guys? I slide the popcorn bowl out of my way while I'm shaking the popcorn on the stove, and I slide it right onto the hot lima bean burner. Not even paying a bit of attention until I look over at my bowl and I could see like a ring inside that looks, excuse me, it looks, I sucked that one back in. It looks kind of wet and black and weird looking, and takes a couple seconds for this old brain's light bulb to go on. Realize that I had my popcorn bowl on the hot burner from the lima beans. Dang it. So I quick pulled it off. Great big old wad of plastic melted onto the burner. But Mike thinks we could salvage the bowl. He wants to put like E6000 epoxy glue on it or some tacky crap or whatever. I'm like, dude, that is not food safe. Cannot put that and have your popcorn won't touch it. I'm like, no. And then the salt will leak out or stuff will stick to it. But anyway, I'm just really bummed that I'm going to call it an antique because, well, that was a long dang time ago. My antique popcorn bowl is melted and in the trash now. Well, it'll go in the recycle bin, but dang, it was a bummer. So that was my night so far, but I'm almost packed. That's a bonus. And I'm here. I got you guys ready yesterday for this this video, so that I was sure to be on and have a card to show. And we have last week's winner is Vesta. I will send this to you, dear. Hopefully I'll get it out tomorrow. If not, it will get out next week when I get back. So sorry for the delay. But yeah, it's just been quite the bummer. And Reed said, I was talking to her and she said, you wrecked the bowl from our childhood? I said, honey, it was my childhood too. Come on. So yeah, but I didn't use the bowl in my childhood. I saved it with my silverware that I collected the like S&H green stampy things for from the grocery store. They weren't green stamps, but they were every so many dollars. That was like the special. They had the little display set up. I saved for the china. I got the towels, which aren't even good enough to be rags once, you know, you got them and whatnot. But oh yeah, I was ordering all kinds of stuff, putting it in my hope chest. So I still have the chest too. That's out in my shed. Can't bear to part with that, even though it's god awful ugly brown and gold colors. But somebody might you know, one day want to do something with it. Hey Christy, hey mom. So yeah, so that was my saga tonight with my popcorn bowl. Great memories in there, which took me back to the trunk, which took me back to my dad and my mom helping me and getting the whole thing made. And yeah, yeah. Got a scar on my knee from when I was in my bedroom back at the house that we lived at the time on the lake. And the key was kind of broken and I whacked it with my knee. I got a big old scar on my knee from where I whacked the chunk of skin out from the key, just all kinds of good stuff. So anyway, you guys, it is getting close to the end of celebration or celebration. It's not celebration, it's celebration. Um, hopefully you got everything that you wanted from there. If not, it's not too late to get it. They've got some great punches in there. And I think I told you last week, Patty told me that the bee punch that is on the freebies works with the bee set that's in the scrapbooking catalog. That's an exclusive to scrapbooking. You won't find that in the other areas. It's from the scrapbooking. And also those hive dies that go with that have bee parts in them if you don't want the punch too. But you can get the punch. And I'm trying to think what else did I. Oh, I saw the heart, the $120 heart and stamp set bundle was back. So yeah, the join special still going on for any non-demos that are looking for a place to land. You can land right here with me. And that's it for now, guys. I think I'm 7 o'clock, a little bit after I've been rambling. Hey, Janice. I'm going to turn my camera down and show you guys the card we got going on. I've gone glasses. I got these glasses for Christmas, but I'm moving into St. Patty's Day. So I'm going to wear them for that. So let me replace my spotlight. Oh, yeah, it was Vesta's birthday. All right, here's the card we're going to make. I hope the colors are kind of muted. You can shake your colors up to be a little bit darker, deeper color if you want. In person, they're a little bit darker. I don't know if I can pull it up a little closer and like get a different light on it. But that's the card we're going to make. Can't see my embossing over here very good, but that's the card we're making today. So I'm using the mixed florals and the mixed labels sets. We're going to use this one for the stamping of the flowers and such, and then I just use with sympathy for the sentiment here. But if you wanted a longer one, obviously you could use this label even. And you know what? I probably should have looked at the dies for the mixed labels dies to see exactly what all it cuts out. I'm assuming it's going to cut this out, but I didn't even look to see what all it cuts out because I didn't need it. But that's what we're using. And this is what we're using. So I'm going to show you my envelope because I forget to show you guys my envelope. So this week's envelope, I just clear embossed the daisy on the envelope. So that's what we're going to do here for that. We've got a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of berry burst. Fold that at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of basic white that is, I went 2 1/4 on this one, but what we want to do is kind of, we're going to glue that on there and then overlap this guy on the top. So just do it in however wide enough that you will still be able to cover it with this one. So then what we're going to do, I went 5 1/4 on this just to give me a better guide for how far I needed to tear. And then, but if you went 5.5, it'll give you a little bit better terrible, not ugh, terrible, but terrible like this. You're tearing the paper, terrible space. Because right now I'm just tearing a smidge off. And if you don't want to have to be too intricate or too precise kind of thing to risk making it too small, then cut it at 5.5 or even larger so that you can tear it off. But we want it to just come down and leave this little gap. So, oh man, did I pack my glue? No. I have all my inks packed up waiting to go upstairs. So I got to put these in there. I know I'm going to forget something tomorrow. But that's all right. What I forget, Patty will probably have. Christy's not going to be there, so I can't rely on Christy's stash of goodies. She has forward thinking of, all right, what's everybody else going to forget that I can bring? All right, so I did all my embossing over here. I've got embossing powder all over my glass. All right, then this one, I did the 5 1/4 again, tall. And I did this one a little wider so that because I'm going to tear the edge, but I just embossed this. I don't think you could see it with one of those script dies, but any kind of texture. I should show you the card. It was an artisan card that I saw that I really liked, but I didn't want to totally copy that one. Let me see if I got it handy. I do. I printed it so I didn't have to keep running over to my computer. So here is the artisan. I forgot who made it because I just blew it up to get it off the a big picture of it. So this is where I kind of started with my thought, and that you saw what I ended up with. But I just thought that was so pretty. This is Pebbled Path, and then I'm assuming maybe Crumb Cake, and then she used white and then colored it in with her blending brushes. But ours did not quite have all that area to blend with and stuff. A couple of her flowers were solid. Ours were all open. But I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. And then I'm going to show you. I want to wrap some ribbon around it. And I'm not going to stick it down till I have a chance to do that. So what I'm going to do then next is we're going to stamp. I got watercolor paper, and we're going to stamp our images on it in Versamark, and then heat emboss it with, I used white. Very, very, very hard to see. but that's okay. It works. I've already done some of this too, so don't worry. You're not going to have to watch me do it all. So I'm going to, I got the flower, the little posies, or I don't know what, lilacs, whatever they might be. And I'm going to do 2 of these. Then I need 2 of the leaf. I think I need a bigger block for the leaf. Where Patty and I headed, we are going to Newaygo, Sharon. Little bit, I will say north of Grand Rapids. It's about an hour and a half from us. Place called the Crop House. They needed a couple fill-ins, and Patty and I are some pretty good fill-ins. And yeah, should be a good time. All right, so I got that. Then I'm going to get my white embossing powder out. Oh, I forgot to use my embossing buddy. Looks like I got all the space covered. Then I'm just going to dry these, heat these up real quick. I might have missed the top couple flowers on that first one. I could fix it later. And then you just want to heat until it like gets liquidy looking, shiny. You could catch your paper on fire if you hold it there too long. Definitely don't want to do that. All right. So now I've got them all heat embossed. And then at this point now, you could color them, or you could put them out and then do the coloring. So I'm going to set that aside because I already colored and cut some of them. And I will show you. Oh, there's my instructions that I wrote out so nicely to keep me on task with what I need to do. Did I tell you my strips? Yes, I did. You got to tear the ends. All right. So now what I've done is I've got my water painter, and yes, this is one of the old ones. The joys of packing everything in your craft room into little containers to take away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a block, and I'm just going to dab it on my ink. And I'm going to get some of the water onto the block. And then I'm just going to color in the leaves and the stem area. Like I said, this gets kind of hard to see being white on this watercolor paper. I'm also going to try and kind of go over these flower stems just a little tiny bit, because when it gets onto the card, if you don't, then you don't really see it. And you want to kind of know what's going on with your card, not just that it's got some flower stems going on. You want to make sure you don't just see the little purple things. You got to see they're grounded to the stems and stuff. So that's my thinking here. You guys know I don't always think, rationally, and correctly, but in my head it makes sense. Okay, so now we've got the green done. You could do it as little or as much as you want. I did go a little greener on that one then, and now I'm just squeezing out my brush into my cleaner. I'm going to wipe my block off, get it fresh. So then I did miss a couple of those little tiny flowers. I'm just going to try and find some ink that's come off onto the side of the container, because as nice and neat as we try and be, it doesn't always work that way. But just enough to get that. So now I brought in my lemon lolly. And now on this one, if you want it a little bit darker, you can do that. Did the same thing. I'm going to stamp right onto my block. You could also use a inker if you wanted, and that will definitely give you darker color. And then we're just going to color in this flower. I got to turn it sideways a little bit so I can see where where the shine from the outline of the flowers at. I don't want to color. And another thing I learned from, I can't tell you, yes, I can. I'm going to call her Susan Hovey. I think she's a lady that invented some kind of a color block system, like you guys ever have when you were little that SRA reading? Gosh, I'm digressing into my younger days today, aren't I? Where you were like in a certain color, so you had to read the things in that color. I think that's kind of how her thing, it reminded me of. She has a block and it has cards inside, and then those cards, I've never really seen it up close or watched a video on. I've just seen bits of it on my Facebook, but she helps you with your color coordination that way. But anyway, she had a free craft weekendy dealio. And I didn't realize when I signed up to watch the stuff that it was a weekend that I was busy. So it was one like Brandy Mahan does, that you got 24 hours to watch the videos. So I just I zip through the ones that I want to see. And I missed most of this gal's, but one of them was watercoloring. And she gave us a tip on watercolor paper that, you know how I don't know if you could see it. It's kind of bumpy. Can you see how it's kind of, if I keep my fat finger out of there? The paper's, there you go. The paper's kind of bumpy. If you run it through your embossing folder or your stamp and emboss machine with just the plates and nothing else, it will flatten that out. You'll still have watercolor paper. It'll just be a flatter pattern for like your embossing and such. So I thought that was a pretty cool tip she gave. And I don't think I did it on this piece because I haven't cut it out. Oh no, I did it before I stamped it on the other ones. But anyway, you can try that. And I just need a little bit of, what's that? Pecan pie now. And then I'm going to do the top of the flower. Probably, what am I making it? A black-eyed Susan, maybe? That darker color up there. I got a little too much water on my block, but had I brought a something with me, we could be dabbing that off. Can dump it off on my pad over there, and let's see, because I do want to kind of make this side a little bit darker where I've got the seed stuff looking. All right, and then you just wipe it off. That's all clean, no fuss, no muss. Oh, then in there, in the die set is this foliage background piece, whatever you want to use it for piece. And I'm going to do the same real quick. Well, I'll get some more green out and my mat this time. And I'm just going to kind of run my aqua painter, water painter, I guess they're called now, across it somewhat to add some green, not too much. I don't want it too dark, but I'm just trying to paint up those background pieces a little bit. I don't know how many I'm going to need. I didn't have a full one on my sample, so this one may even have more than. So there, I'm just going to give that a little bit of a swoosh of paint or ink. Makes you feel like an artiste. Just going around real quick, you know, it's like, makes you feel like you might know a little bit what you're doing, even if you don't. It's just that fun feeling. So then we can move that out of the way. And then now we are ready to assemble. And where's my finished piece? I left it on the desk. All right. So now I've got a finished piece. And then you just cut that out with your dies. Did I show you the dies? There's all kinds of it cuts out both of the flowers. Some ladybugs and some bees are in there, and this little guy's in there. This one is on the other, this weed, and this is on another sheet. So it comes with a lot of dies. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to just lay this here real quick. I'm going to put my flower down there. And I'm just going to layer. Just going to like tuck stuff in there. It's kind of like a corn stalk. To get a feel for where I want to put stuff. It's not, you know, too hard to do that. So that looks pretty good. That's what we're going to go with. Let me put some glue down here. Glue that guy down there. I lost it. We'll glue that guy up here. Everything's moving when I just trying to move one thing. So God only knows what I got going on here. It's not sticking so good. I got more time to play with it. All right, put that there. We want this green underneath. Come up over the top, but not off. I guess like so. Trying to fill in that little bit of a, right there, hole. And then this one is going to come off over here. Like that. Okay. Oops, but we're hanging off the edge of the card. Well, we're going to tuck it up in there. All right. So now I've got that part, right? So what I want to do is bring my ribbon stuff. I'm going to wrap it around. And this is 3-color combo pack. I think it's kind of old. My yellow's almost gone now. And I'm just going to wrap the yellow around a few times. I guess we'll go twice. Twice looks good. And we're going to tie it. Here. How loose is it? Way too loose. Try it again. Might have to tape the back of it. Yep, because I'm... Okay, Jill. You got this. It's a little bow. It's not as hard as you're making it. All right. So now, my thought of what I'm trying to do is I want this bow to be in a, like down here, in here. I want my bow strategically placed. And to get it where you want it, you gotta kind of finagle it. So I'm just gonna leave it right there. Now I'm gonna glue this down. Here. And I haven't looked at my comments at all. Hey, Jean, thanks for hopping on. Sharon. Oh, Sharon, are you coming in September? You'll get to meet Christy this year if you're coming. And then we're just going to now pop this up and put the bow in there. But what we're going to do next is I'm just going to kind of cut this guy apart. And tuck the greenery. So this will be over here. And we'll just want to tuck our greenery so that it fills in the space. Some of them you're going to see are way too big. Way too sticky outy. This one I actually cut off into one piece. And I'm going to glue it down to the bottom. And I could stick the flowers on first. I probably should do that. Let's start with our flower and get that stuck down. And then I can tuck all this greenery around it. So I like to put my dimensionals so that they kind of overlap the other elements that I have going on here in case I've mucked up the glue or didn't get enough or stuff like that, that I've got enough going on with the dimensionals holding everything together where I need it to. I'll put that one up at the top. Probably got enough that I'm going to find out now. I don't have enough space to tuck them under, but not enough space to tuck them under. Well, then we'll just chop them off. That works too. All right, so now let's glue this guy on here. I'll glue him in over here. Better come down so that's not too high off the top, and I better come over so that guy's not off the side. There we go. So now we want to grab our bow and pull our bow in here into this space. And I didn't bring any blingies, but if you wanted some bling, it would be beautiful to add some bling. You can move the stuff over the ribbon if we need it. If you want it, spread it apart, cross it over each other, whatever. This is almost texture of that embroidery floss in this pack. Okay, so now that's all we're going to do now is tuck the pieces, and let me show you what I did too. So I got this guy, right? He's all loosey-goosey because I cut him. So I'm going to stick a piece of tape on the back, holds it all together, and then I can tuck it. It's supposed to hold it all together. Push on it. I can even fold it over and hold it all together. But that's not right. What I do, I got it pulled down too far, too tight. All right, you get it. You know what I'm trying to do here, and it's not working for me. So there we go. So then we're going to tuck it. You can cut it if you need to, if it's too long. Am I going to be able to get it in there? Doesn't feel like it because I got too much dimensionals going on. Oh, I shouldn't have one right there. I'm just not getting it under. There we go. Did you guys see the alert that's going out for Facebook Live people? I got 2 more notices on it from Stampin' ladies that I'm going to cut that off because it's just too long. They're only going to hold our live videos available for 30 days. So I might have to hop over to YouTube and just go live on YouTube again. I used to do that and I lost a lot of comments and stuff, people not being able to comment and follow me over there or whatever. So I'm a little bit scared to do that, but rather than losing all the work, well, I do post everything. I download the video from like right now, and then I move it, a copy of it over to Facebook or to YouTube. So I guess I don't really miss out on too much after all. People that are gonna look for me will look for me over there. And then this, like I said, it's just a lot of layering, a lot of tucking things in here and there. If I go to Facebook, I will always, or to YouTube, I will always still comment on Facebook about my live so that you know that I will be over there like Wednesday nights, and you can find me. And then I did put a little bit over here. We're going to cut this off. And then we're just going to cut that piece too. Tuck that under here. Like that. Let me put some glue on it. Make sure it's got plenty of room. I might even tuck it behind. This guy's a little bit out there. He kind of looks like a green bean, like a fresh green bean. He's kind of out there a little bit, but that's all right. So then I took my retired little 1 3/8 inch scallop circle, but you can use any circle that you have, square. Like I said, the banner pieces, you know, from the labels. We're getting a whole lot of new label dies and frames and all kinds of stuff. So this one I used again with sympathy from the mixed labels that goes with this. I should have brought the paper over to show you guys. Oh my God, the paper that goes with this. Divine. I should buzz over and get that to show you guys, because if you like designer series paper, this got your name on it. Hold on. Oh, I don't have it. I packed it. That's why I didn't bring it over. Ah, I packed it. I'm just gonna have to tell you then you're gonna have to Google it, go to stampinup.com and check it out. It is beautiful, just beautiful. I don't know how else to explain it other than the pictures don't do it justice. And I did even take it upstairs, so I can't even rummage through and pull it out. But in person, to die for. The colors are fantastic. So then on the inside, I don't know if you could see, I used, pull it down. Nope, you can't see it. I used Versamark, which makes a watermark on the paper, and I used the daisy. And so I just stamped that on the basic white, and I'm leaving that as my inside. So we're going to glue that onto the inside. And I can just tell you, if you like floral papers, just take my word for it. Beautiful. Colors are great. The patterns are smaller. I think the backs, I want to say there was a lot of black and white too on the backs, but very, 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 very pretty. All right. So that is my card for tonight, you guys. Go through. Oh, I did have a dimensional there. Make sure, you want some of this stuff flopping around a little bit so that it looks flouncy, but that's up to you how much of it you want sticking around. And back here we go. Kathy, was it in the mini or celebration pack? It was in the online exclusives, I think. I think it goes with this. One piece is this, that one that we can kind of cut into pieces and have 6 or 8 cards. That's got this on it. I'm going with it's an online exclusive. I'm not feeling it in the mini catalog. The mini catalog has the Memories and More cards. The online exclusives has this, and it's in a suite, and there's 2 stamps, 2 dies, paper. could be the low profile gems are in there too, and probably the maybe petal pink or pretty pink ribbon. Can't remember everything, but I'm thinking it's online exclusives. But yes, very, very nice. Okay, good. Yay, mixed. That's right. Tony's got it. It was online exclusive. And um I totally lost train of thought what I was going to tell you guys. Oh well. Something about the online exclusive hit me. I don't know. Couldn't have been too important, right? If you can't remember, couldn't have been too important. So I'm going to say that is it for, the word, that's the word. How about, what do we want to say? Florals, because that's my thing. Let's just do the word florals. Oh, it's over here. Florals. I won't do mixed florals, but we could do florals. That's the word for today for the kit. I will tell you, no, I won't. I'll let you be surprised. So that's it, you guys. I'm off tomorrow. I told you this week I was going to be coming from the peanut butter cupboard. That's next week. I'm headed up to my mom's next Wednesday. So I will do a card from there and then I'll be off at the crafting weekend and just having a good old time. So I will be back next week. You guys take care. I appreciate you watching. I enjoy all the comments and getting to see what everybody had to say when I'm done. And that's it, you guys. Have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.